Welcome back to Southern Drizzle, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So glad to have you. So if you didn't see from the pretty thumbnail, I'm doing a banana pudding. And around these parts, we do a custom homemade pudding. So let me teach y'all how to make this, okay? Get a saucepan out the cabinet, 3 cups of sugar. Now this is a double batch. You can't have this. This is a double batch. So 3 cups. Then we're going to do 6 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. This is our thickening agent. It's what's going to make this pudding thick and creamy. And 1 teaspoon of salt, and whisk it all together. You do not want lumps of flour just sitting in this. Make sure everything is incorporated well. So we want to get our wet ingredients, and I start with 8 egg yolks. You want to separate your egg whites and your egg yolks. Remove that white away from the yolk as much as you can, and then 6 cups of moo juice. After each cup, I like to whisk properly just to make sure all of my eggs and my milk, they are incorporated, and it is 1, and this is what you will see with my 2nd and my 3rd cup. Now, because the mixing cup in itself only holds 4 cups of liquid, I'm going to transfer the milk mixture into my sugar and flour mixture. No heat, guys, no heat. As of right now, I'm just pouring the mixture into the saucepan. Okay, so we want to add the dry and the wet ingredients, mix them together, and then add the remaining 3 cups of the moo juice and whisk them together as well. Once again, no heat right now, guys, no heat. Together, and now this is where things get a little interesting. We're gonna get 1 whole stick of unsalted butter, throw that thing in there, and turn on our heat to medium. This then, in my mind, starts 3 stages of cooking pudding. So the first stage is making sure you melt that butter. Now, you don't need to stand here and continue to stir for this part of it, but you really want to keep your eye on it and not go far because it's going to go quick. The second stage is the foam and stir. Yes, stand there, stir it, keep it moving. We're not using a double boiler, as you can tell, so you have to keep that mixture moving or it's going to stick to the bottom. Keep it moving. Doesn't matter if you get tired, put on some music, jam out, just stir. Get a good arm workout. Eventually, that foam is going to go away and it's going to start to boil, and that's your 3rd stage, or the boiling point. You do not want this pudding to continue to boil because it will burn. So once it thickens, it normally thickens right at that boiling point, So I like to get my spoon test. If you dip your spoon in and it covers and it coats the front and the back of that spoon, then you're good. Turn it off. Turn off the heat when it starts to boil. Then and only then will you start to add your things to the pudding. I'm going to add my vanilla, and then I'm going to move it away from the heat and allow it to cool. Allow it to sit for about 3 hours, and this is what it looks like. It looks thick, it's creamy. This is what you want to see. So it looks really, really decorative when you put it in the glass pan, but because I'm giving this pudding away, I'm going to just put it in this aluminum pan for right now. This is kind of a layering process like a lasagna. You're going to have your Nilla wafers, your banana, and your pudding, and you're going to layer it just like a lasagna. I like to start with my cookie, then I cut up my banana, and then add the pudding on top. So this is the process you'll see. But I want to show you the banana. You get a ripe banana. Like when you cook a banana bread, that banana has to have gone through something in order for you to use it for a pudding, okay? Don't get a hard, crunchy banana. You don't want a green banana in there. That's not how this works, okay? So cut that up into really thin layers and lay that on top of your cookie. And then you want to cover and layer it with the pudding. Now, if my grandmother is watching this, I am sorry. I am so sorry, because I can't tell you how many times she swatted my hand and tell me that you need to properly lay each banana on the cookie. It has to be perfect. You need to have a cookie and banana in each bite. Girl, boo. I don't have time for that. Put the banana and the cookies together and you layer it as much as you want. This pudding packs a punch, so you don't need as much pudding as I put in here. But you always want to make sure that top layer is super pretty because people eat with their eyes. This is after it sat for like a couple of minutes, not long. But once it sits, that cookie is gonna start to get really soft. The banana and the cookie and the pudding mixed together, it won't be crunchy, it'll be perfect. It's gonna be, I know a lot of people don't cook pudding. I know they don't. But I tell you, if you take the time to make this pudding, you probably won't even eat the jello pudding, the banana jello pudding anymore. I promise you. I promise. It's a staple in my house, and I hope it'll be a staple in yours. So that's the end, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. I got some heat coming for y'all this week, so stay tuned. See y'all later.